So here's my guide on how to do pull-ups. For you that don't know how to do pull-ups, it's based on how I learned how to do it. I was able to achieve this in a few months, so this guide works. So why you can't do a pull-up right now, it's important to know why you can't, obviously. So it's for these three main reasons that I've listed here: poor pull-in strength, poor grip, or being too heavy. So let's get into the actual guide now. So to build your pull-in strength, I'd recommend doing rows with free weights, either dumbbell rows or barbell rows. And when you do it, stick between the 5 to 10 rep range. So let's say you fail on 11 reps one session, the next session you do, you're going to up the weight because you've exceeded 10 reps. So yeah, that's basically progressively overloading. And so yeah, make sure you progressively overload. What I did with the volume, I stuck to 2 to 3 sets, but if you want more volume, you can do more. If you want lower, you can do lower. And I did 2 sessions a week. If you want, as I said, just this is a template, you don't have to step by step. You can do it 3 times a week if you want, 1 time a week. I just found 2 times a week was the sweet spot for me. So I never did banded pull-ups. You can do them if you want, but for me, they weren't very good. The band kept on slipping and it was hard to set up. I found I was better off to build my pull-in strength, just doing rows, focusing on the rows. Now, to improve your grip, you can do dead hand, which is where you literally just hand on the bar. And I did it 1 set to failure 6 times a week, but you can do that 1 set 3 times a week. Now, what you do, you need to have a timer, either someone timing you, a stopwatch, or a timer on your phone, and you click it. Yeah, so start the timer and make sure you're progressing. Now, don't think of progression like normally, like you progress every session, like add a second to session or something. Think of it through months because it's hard to progress your grip strength. So let's say if you've done 20 seconds last month and this month you've done 25 seconds, that's good, that's fine. But let's say if it's 25 seconds last month and 19 seconds this month, then there's something wrong with your programming. Maybe you're doing it too frequently and can't recover. Maybe you're not sleeping well, eating well. Just have a look at all of that. So being too heavy, you'll know if this applies to you. And my main advice is to find videos on dieting. So go into the YouTube search bar, search up calorie deficit guide, and just follow that guide because it'll be a lot better than the information I can give, I'll be honest. So what helps me was to only eat carbs before and after a meal. That helps me lose weight a lot, which obviously carried over to the pull-ups. Now, let's say you follow my guide up to this point, you should be able to do maybe 1 or 2 pull-ups. But what I'd recommend now is you do easier variations of pull-ups. So you can do close grip underhand, which would be like this, and close grip neutral, which would be like this. I did close grip underhand because I was working out it was a pull-up bar which was attached to my door frame at home. But if you've got access to neutral, you can do that one as well. It's completely up to you. Maybe you switch it out every week, or maybe you just prefer one. So an example of how it would get you at this point, you would do your easier pull-up variation, then your rowing variation, then your hand in, and make sure every exercise you do, you take it to failure and lower the weight slowly. Lowering the weight slowly will make sure you're not ego lifting and doing fake reps. So make sure you're getting good quality reps, which will give you good results over time. So that's the end of the guide now. I hope it helped. Don't expect to get results too quickly. It took me 4 months because some people they think they can do it in like 1 or 2 weeks, but it took me 4 months to do it. You can do it quicker if you go to a gym, and something I'd also recommend if you go to a public gym or if you have this equipment is lat pull down. So you probably know what a lat pull down is. If not, you can search it in the YouTube bar.